If you're the only one on your team who can solve a problem, you need to change. It's time to empower your team to own, navigate, and solve problems without you. And I don't just mean giving them a pat in the back and saying you got this. I mean creating a culture where critical thinking skills and problem solving are part of everyone's DNA. Today I'm going to unpack how to do this. Let's dive in. You know what's frustrating? Feeling like you're the only one who can solve a problem. You know that feeling of being buried in the weeds and not having time to work on growing the business and increasing operational efficiency? What's even more frustrating is wishing others would step up. Here's a truth bomb. The only person you can change is yourself. That starts with your leadership. Look, I get it. What others do or don't do can be extremely frustrating. Trust me, I've wasted a ton of time and energy in my life trying to change other people. You know what? All of them failed. What worked is when I learned to look in the mirror and adjust my leadership. It was humbling. It was effective. Here's the deal. If you want your team to own, navigate, and solve problems, you need to start by setting clear expectations. Most leaders will dismiss what I just said. Why? Because many of them think they already set clear expectations. And I can say this because I once thought I did. See, in my mind, everything was clear, but that wasn't the mind that mattered. Early in my career, I worked for a woman by the name of Kate Driscoll. Kate was an amazing leader. And I will never forget something she told me. She said, your job is not just to communicate your expectations. Your job as a leader is to ensure everyone understands your expectations. See, there's a big difference. That difference is leadership. Let me offer some thoughts. Start by defining what the task is, why it's important, and why you are specifically asking someone on your team to own it. That right there creates context. Next, clearly define what the result is that you expect. If you can't define what success looks like, you can't expect your team to deliver it. When does the project or task need to be completed by? Is there any flexibility built into that timeline? Don't be the leader who creates fictitious deadlines. Be honest. Say something like, I want this by Friday, so I have time to review it over the weekend, and then we can send it to our client on Monday morning. That transparency goes a long way. Most leaders assign a task and then jump right to scheduling a check-in, and that's important, and I'll unpack that in a minute. But first, there's a couple of other pieces that are still missing. First, what guidance can you offer? Right? What recommendations do you have as a leader for them to get started? What similar experiences can you share? What obstacles can you anticipate that you want to make them aware of? What authority do they have to complete the project? Are you asking them to make a recommendation and then wait for your approval? Do you want them to take action but keep you updated? Or do you simply just want them to go do it? See, that level of authority is really important. Now let's talk about scheduling a check-in. Many leaders will just schedule a follow-up meeting on someone's calendar. That, to me, is extremely sloppy. Effective leaders define their expectations of a check-in. Let me give you an example. Let's say we want to check in to review a client proposal. So I'd say something like this. Let's schedule a follow-up next Thursday at 1. I'll schedule a video call. In the meantime, do me a favor. Please send me a draft of the proposal by Wednesday night at 5 p.m. so I have a chance to review before our call. And on our call, I want to specifically review the project management timeline and the pricing schedule. Please come prepared to take me through your logic and highlight any concerns you have. We can fine-tune the other sections after our call. Can you see that there's no ambiguity on what I want in that check-in? Let me be really crystal clear. You can't change other people. What you can change is you. Those in a leadership position need to communicate like a leader. If you want to get out of the weeds and want more freedom to focus on growing the company, increasing its valuation, driving operational efficiency, spending more time with clients, or simply trusting your team to own, navigate, and solve problems without you, then go to clevelfreedom.com and book a call. I included a link in the description. If you're not at that stage yet, I'd like to buy you a copy of my book, Freedom to Experiment: How to Ignite a New Level of Energy, Focus, and Momentum in Yourself and Your Team. Follow the link in the description, and I'll personally sign a copy for you. Okay, if you like what I shared today, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment related to your business, and of course subscribe, because each week I'm sharing content to help you and your team embrace change, focus your efforts, and accelerate results. Remember this, you're just one idea away. We'll talk to you soon.